Good morning, you wonderful people. Happy Tuesday. The week is going, it's Tuesday, it's starting to get some momentum now. Power on through to Wednesday and you'll be all good for the rest of the week. So, I'm going to have a new setup slightly with my vlog. I've done a little bit of research and thought for my second vlog I'd have a bit more structure. So, to start off with, I thought I would talk about something that I brought up last week and I think it's just quite important to mention, considering this vlog is on a Tuesday and not on the Monday that I said it would be on. So basically, I'm really bad at keeping habits, and I think it's so important to not give up when you are trying to keep up a habit. So I could have easily have gone, oh, I missed my vlogging Monday, so I'll just do it next Monday. We'll just miss this week. But then the moment's gone, you've lost a week, you've lost everything that you were going to say. So it makes more sense to do it the next day, or do it when you can as quickly as possible. Don't just wait. So that's why I'm doing it Tuesday instead of Monday. That's okay, I'm still doing it. And it's so important to think about that even if you make a mistake, even if you miss a day, or for instance if you're doing dry January, if you have one drink, one day, that doesn't mean that for the rest of January you're like, oh, screw it, I'll just drink. What difference is it going to make? That one day, one little slip up, it's fine. Or not even a slip up, it might have been your birthday or something and you wanted to celebrate with some alcohol, that's fine. Just the next day, go back to not drinking and carry on the rest of the month as usual. It's really not a big issue, and I think it's so important to not get disheartened when you don't do your habit that specific day. Or if you slip up on something, or if you have a cigarette when you're trying to give up, or something like that. Don't let it deter you. Very important. Anyway, that's done. I've said that. And now we are going to talk about what I have been up to this week. This week has been quite a fun week. I mean, it started off a bit, but build it back up. I did my contacting. I contacted 30 odd, just over 30 different events companies and marketing managers and things like that, and I've got a couple of follow-ups, which is great. I'm keeping all toes, fingers, legs, arms crossed that I will get some work out of it, because that'll be amazing, because there were some events in there that really looked interesting, and I think that's so important with event photography, to actually enjoy the events you go to. I mean, obviously you can't enjoy everyone. I do a lot of corporate events, financial events, and I don't really know a lot about that, but hey, you never know, you might learn something. They have a lot of motivational speakers at those things, so it can be fun. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really hoping that I get some work from it, which will be good. Another huge thing that I have done this week, I have updated my website, so check it out, the link will be below here, and it's so cool, it's new, it's exciting, it's really good. I think once a year, give it a good refresh, make it new. I'm starting a blog on it now. My gallery is so much easier to look through, because before you had to scroll like to the next photo, but now it's all there on one page, really easy to look at, and it's so new and exciting. So please check it out and let me know what you think in the comments below, or drop me a message or something, and if there's something you think I need to do better at, please tell me. I'm always willing to learn and to do something new. In case you hadn't noticed, my voice is a little bit weird. I've got a cold and I've had it for like 4 weeks, so I'm hoping it's going to go away. In the next vlog I'll sound a little bit more normal and not so but yeah, anyway, so my website is up, check it out, let me know if you like it, and hopefully I'll be adding some stuff to the blog. I'll be adding the vlogs to the blog, and I'll also be doing my latest work, putting up my latest work on the blog, so yeah, check it out. Aside from photography and my job, I am trying to do as many different creative things as possible with my days, especially as my great creative hobby has now become my job. I need something new. So last night, my best friend and I went to a life drawing class. Not a conventional life drawing class where you have to sit there and you got your pencil and you're like No, not like that. It was a burlesque life drawing class, and it was absolutely incredible. It's called Dr. Sketchy's life drawing classes, and we got there, and you could have a drink, there were tables, they supplied all the paper and pens and everything, and it was so much fun, and we had such a great time. And I wasn't bad. I feel like I should show you a piece of my great, this was a collaboration. My best friend and I drew this together. That's that one. And then, it was quite bizarre. I cannot deny that it was not strange. This one was quite terrifying. We had to get a bit creative, and I managed to scare myself with this one because, that face is quite terrifying, and it is the thing of nightmares. So, oh well, never mind, eh? Never mind. But yeah, I might put a picture up or two of my absolute favourite one at the end of this video. You can check it out. So that was that, and then I've also started to read a bit more. I used to only read Harry Potter, really, which isn't great. I need to expand. It's great, Harry Potter's brilliant, but I need to expand my my reading repertoire. So I have started reading The Night Circus. My mum recommended it to me. She did it at book club, and it's very bizarre. But I think if you like Harry Potter but you want to do something a bit different, then I would really recommend it. It flips around a little bit, but it's got magic in it, and a bit fantasy, a bit this, a bit that. I haven't got that far through it, to be fair. I'm only there, so I'll keep you up to date on how it's going. Hopefully I will finish it. So I'm renowned for getting bored and not finishing books. But yeah, I think it's good. You should check it out, and I would say I will put a proper review up once I've finished it. I have also been colouring. I love to do adult colouring. Great for relaxing. Great thing to do in front of the telly when you don't want to be sat there scrolling through your phone. Get a colouring book, adult colouring. It could be a kid's colouring book, but an adult colouring book. Pens or pencils. I use pens. I find them a lot bolder and a lot nicer. You get much cleaner lines. I have got a adult colouring book. My boyfriend bought it for me. It's got lots of offensive words in, so I'm not going to show it to you. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it looks really good at the end. It's nice to finish it at the end of an evening. You actually feel like you've achieved something instead of just sitting in front of the TV, staring at a screen, and then staring at your phone screen at the same time. No one really wants to do that. They just do it because it's there. Scroll, scroll, scroll. So yeah, try and get onto that. And the final thing I did this week, which I love doing, and I would recommend to anyone to do it, because you don't even need high-tech machinery to do it, is I made fresh pasta. And oh my god, it's so good. I'm Italian, and I feel like it's in my blood, and I should make fresh pasta. And it is amazing. Just try it out. It's literally like flour and water, or flour and eggs and stuff like that, and you just put it together into a dough, and then you can roll it out yourself with a rolling pin or something like that. You don't even have to have the whole big machine. I have got one and they are great, but if you can't afford it, that's fine. You can just use a rolling pin, use your hands, really get in there, and it just tastes incredible. I cannot recommend it enough. Just go for it, just do it. Jamie Oliver's cookbook is fantastic. His Italian cookbook, it's got some great recipes in it, and he teaches you how to make the dough and how to make loads of different types of pasta. If you don't like spaghetti or tagliatelle, you can have other pastas. Does one that's like a hedgehog pasta. That's great, love that. So yeah, so that's basically been my week. Exercise wise, I've been going to the gym, hitting it as many times as I can. So it's normally for me 3 or 4 times a week. And when I don't get to go to the gym, I haven't got time, or I've got other stuff I need to be getting on with, I will do some yoga. And I do yoga with Adrian on YouTube. Cannot recommend her enough. So easy to follow. She's quite funny as well, which makes it, she takes away that whole seriousness that is yoga and that quite often puts people off. And she's got this really cute dog called Benji, who quite often turns up in her videos and always puts a smile on my face when I am doing my yoga. So yeah, check her out as well. Lots of recommendations today. So yeah, that is my week, and I hope that you've had a great week and you're gonna have a great week. And we are gonna move on to the next part of my vlog. I am going to try and do a photography tip of the week, because I mean, I'm a photographer, I feel like I should be vlogging about photography. Something that comes up a lot on my Instagram is when people comment on my portraits, my street photography portraits. They're like, oh, how'd you do it? How'd you get out there? That looks so amazing. Like, it looks so much fun, I wish I could do it. How did you not get turned down all the time? I'm not going to lie to you. I get turned down, like, quite a lot. But that's fine. The more people you ask, the more portraits you'll get, because your turn down rate will be a bit more balanced. So, how did I start doing it? How do I go about doing it? I started doing it, I did a photography course, and I was challenged as part of the photography course to go on South Bank in London and get a street portrait. Go up to a completely random person and say, can I take your portrait? And I was like, really? Like, no, I would never do that. That's a really weird thing to do. But we had to do it. It was part of the course. And I paid to go on this course, so I was going to get my money's worth. So we went out on South Bank, and you will be amazed if you stop and look, the incredible people that wander around London. One of my favourite portraits from that day was a man. He had his headphones in, walking along, quite chilled. He had a bright green beard. And I was like, how can you turn that down? So I watched him for a while, walking towards me, built up the courage. I was like, right, just do it. Just do it. Imagine you're like one of those people that on the streets that's like, oh, can you sign up to help animals or whatever. Imagine you're one of those people, they've got to do it, you can do it. So went up to him, who had his headphones in, I was like, touch him on the side, I was like, hello. Asked to take his portrait, and he was great. He said, yeah, brilliant, fantastic, of course you can. I mean, I feel like for your first set of portraits, aim for people that look like they almost want attention. Not necessarily want attention, but wouldn't be surprised if a photographer came up to them and said, oh, could I take your portrait? Because they look so great. Man with a green beard, he's gonna attract some attention. I did that one, and as soon as I'd done that one, I was like, wow, I got such a kick from it, and I was like, I could actually do this. So I carried on. So we had some extra time, I had some time left, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna carry on, I'm gonna get some more. And I went round and I kept finding people that looked so interesting and had great facial expressions, or great hair, or glasses, or whatever it is. They had to stand out to me. I didn't just go and ask some Joe Blogs walking down the street that just looked meh. I needed to find someone that really caught my attention. Why did I want to take their portrait? Because that is quite often a question you get asked. If you're doing street portraits, they will quite often say, oh, why are you taking my portrait? Why do you want to take my portrait? Don't say, oh, I want to take your portrait because you've got these great wrinkles. Doesn't normally go down that great. But you have such an expressive face, or I love your hair. Even just make it up. If you love the fact that they've got all these great wrinkles and lines across their face, and that's what you want to capture, but you don't want to tell them that, just make it up. Be like, I just love the colour of your hair, or I love the clothes you're wearing today. Even if you don't, just make it up. Confidence. If you sound like you care, then they'll believe it. Just go out there and try it. That's going to be my challenge. My challenge for you this week is I want you to go out. I would suggest going out into London or like a big city, because I've tried to do it in places nearer to home, nearer in Surrey, and people are less responsive. It's a bit weirder for people to do that in a small village. I've had a couple of shoots, but it's not been great. Not a great response rate. So I challenge you to go out to a city, wherever you are in the world, and find someone and just ask one person for their portrait. And take your time with it. Quite often it's like you're so nervous and you don't want to take up these people's time that you're like, oh, there you go, done. You've taken one picture, it's crap. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to take your time, make sure your focus is right. They won't mind. If they've said yes already, then they'll be expecting you to look nice, to make it look nice. And expect you to just get the right angle, make sure your focus is in the right place. If you're using manual focus, really take your time, make sure you get it spot on. Because that's the way to do it. Get it on their eye, the nearest eye. And just enjoy yourself, constantly be happy. And if, for instance, you take a photo, you look at it and you're not quite happy, just say, oh actually, do you mind if I just take another one? They probably won't mind. They've done it one now, so they might as well do another one. Another good thing for making your client, your customer, your friend, whatever, feel comfortable when you're doing a street portrait is to offer to give them the photo. Send them the photo. You won't doubt you'll get money for it. You can try. I haven't tried that. I haven't gone, oh, you can buy this photo from me. I do it purely because I love doing it and I never ever expect money. But I always say, do you want me to send you this photo? Because I've taken a part of them or they have given me a part of them, and it feels nice to be able to give that back, especially if it's a really nice portrait. They may not have really nice portraits of themselves. So it'll be really nice to send it to them and just say, here, this is great. And I've done ones in South Bank with people that are tourists in London. And they're like, oh, this is amazing. This will be a great thing, a great capture of my trip in London. And I've sent photos to Italy, I've sent photos to France. It's brilliant. Just take the leap. And the more you do it and the more you get used to it, the easier it will be when you go to other places. I went to Cornwall for my birthday and there were 3 people selling onions. And I was very much like, oh, okay. I mean, they looked interesting, they looked fascinating. I was like, I've got to get this, I've got to capture this. And I went over and they were French. I wasn't expecting, I mean, makes sense, but I wasn't expecting it. And it takes you back. And I'm sure if you ask people in London for their portrait, you're going to hit a couple that may not even speak English at all. And you've just got to be like, either try and communicate or say, don't worry. But I communicated with them and I got the shots, and then I sent them across to them afterwards. And they were really excited about it and they found it really fun and funny as a group. So maybe it's a good technique if you're feeling really nervous about asking one person, ask a group where they can laugh about it and make it into something fun. Don't be scared. I know it's an easy thing to say and I was there and I was scared, but you've just got to do it. Be friendly. I find if I'm not in the mood, if I'm forcing myself to go out and take some portraits, I will not get a good response rate. People can sense when you're like, oh, I'm just doing this because I have to. I'm doing this because I haven't got enough content for Instagram or because I need to update my website with some new photos. They'll sense it and they'll all say no because they'll be like, oh, that person clearly doesn't care. Really evoke passion and go up and be like, this is great. And if they ask you, why are you doing this? And you don't want to just be like, I just want to take photos. Use a great excuse that my teacher taught me, and he's like, just say you're on a course. Say you're on a photography course, and people are not, or you do photography at school, or if you're younger and you can get away with that, or say you've joined an evening class for photography and that's one of your homework assignments. Say something like that and it makes people feel a lot more comfortable. And you're not just some weirdo taking photos. I have had some feedback on the photos that I put on Instagram. Someone said, oh, it must be so easy for you. For me, I'm a guy. And as a guy, I can't approach people. I don't believe that. When I did the photography course where I first started, a load of people on that course were guys and they all got portraits. You've just got to make your model comfortable. Don't go up there and be all like creepy and lechy and like spy on them and stalk them down the road until you get the shot, until you get confident. Don't do that, because it'll creep them out and it's a bit weird. I'll admit I've done it once and I felt so uncomfortable doing it, but I was so pleased I did because the shot was really good. But don't stalk people. It's a bit weird. And it's no excuse whether you're a woman or a man. There are so many male photographers out there. especially model, like fashion photographers. The public know that, and they're not going to be creeped out at you asking. You just have to try and do it, but be confident about it and don't be creepy. And also, if you ask all women, if you're a bloke and you're asking all women photographers and someone notices that, they may feel a bit uncomfortable. Make sure you mix it up. Get a big range of portraits if you're going out for a whole day. Get men, women, old, youngish. I mean, children is a difficult one to do. But really try and get a mix. I know it's going to look great on your portfolio if you've got a mix of portraits and a mix of people. So yeah, so that is my advice for going out and taking street portraits. I hope you've taken something from that. I will come back to it. I'm sure portraits is what I love doing. But go out. Your challenge, your homework for this week, go out, get a portrait, post it on a comment, or send it to me, and I'm more than happy to give you some feedback, and you are more than welcome to give feedback on my work as well. At the end of this video, I'm just going to do a couple of pictures from that first day, so you can see it's not that bad, and the kind of people that I approached if you're nervous and you really don't know what to do. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my second vlog, and it's been a bit more informative than my first one. And I will see you hopefully next week if I get it out on time. And if not, I'm just do it the next day. Take back your life and just carry on. Don't let your habits or your lack of commitment to your habits get you down. I hope you have a great week. Thank you very much, guys.